Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. And we're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by UPI Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Roopers Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it at 6 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at roopersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Roopers.
We have the pleasure of being joined in studio by Misty Edgecomb, founder and CEO of Thoughtful Giving. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank
Excellent.
you.
We are going to talk all about Thoughtful Giving coming up in just a bit because tis the season.
It is.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
And Misty was also featured in the autumn issue of LA Metro Magazine. And before she leaves, she's going to autograph a copy for
whole
all of
bunch.
us.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes. The Sharpie.
Yes.
Get the Sharpie.
We have backup Sharpies just in case.
Okay.
Before we get to all that, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, October the 22nd.
Lisbon High School football forfeited its season finale due to alleged hazing incidents involving student athletes. Thus far, 7 players have been suspended and no coaches have been disciplined. The team is also facing a 2-year ban from competing at the varsity level after forfeiting its final 4 games of the season. A law firm was hired to investigate the incidents.
Maine Housing's new statewide eviction prevention program began accepting applications yesterday. The pilot program aims to help tenants avoid losing their homes by offering rent subsidies and assistance with back rent payments. The program was funded with a one-time $18 million allocation from the state earlier this year. For more information, visit mainehousing.org.
Enrollment in Maine's community college system has increased 10% from last year and surpassed 20,000 students for the first time. System President David Dagler credits the free community college program launched by Governor Mills in 2022, which attracted 17,000 students.
Lewiston Public Works will begin a paving project on Montello Street between East Ave and Stanley Street on Friday. The street will be open to local traffic only. Work will start at 7 a.m. and is expected to be completed by 5 p.m.
At last night's Auburn City Council meeting, Mayor Jeffrey Harmon and the council presented Auburn's Extra Mile Award to the Drop-In Center. The volunteer-led local nonprofit serves unhoused members of our community by providing free meals, clothing, toiletries, and survival gear. It is described as a place for the unhoused to rest, replenish, and rejuvenate.
In today's weather, plenty of sunshine with a high of 69 and a low of 49. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 70, and sunny on Thursday with highs approaching 60.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
I like it.
Still paddling weather?
Yeah, twice yesterday.
You paddled twice? Yeah. Wow. Lunch break and after work?
Got it.
Right, okay.
Nice.
In sports, the Bruins will visit the Nashville Predators tonight at 8:45. Why is their game so late? It's past my bedtime.
Because
Yes.
I don't know if the Bruins are in a place where you want to watch them right now.
Hey now.
I'm just saying.
They better pick up the pace. Swayman.
What's the status of you and Jeremy's
Listen, I sent him
relationship right now?
we-
Are you on the outs?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine,
Everything's
Mark.
fine.
We're fine.
Would you rather not talk about it?
We haven't spoken since last summer.
It's going well then.
It's going well. It's going well. We haven't spoken since July.
The good news and the bad news to this game is that the Nashville Predators haven't won a game yet.
So if they win, hurrah. But if they lose, oh boy.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Yep. The Celtics opened their season against the New York Knicks tonight at 7:30.
CMCC men's soccer beat New Hampshire Technical Institute 3-0, and the women played to a 2-2 tie.
On the high school scoreboard in field hockey, it was Grey New Gloucester NYA over Greeley 2-1. Lake Region beat Poland 3-2. Levitt and Nokomis played to a scoreless tie, and Yarmouth edged St. Dom's 2-1.
In girls soccer, it was a battle of the bridges. Edward Little beating Lewiston 7-2.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it is time for the podcast segment that is sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
Yay!
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for October the 22nd, shall we?
Who do we got? Who do we got?
Pam, you know this kid.
I don't know. I'm looking.
Jonathan Lipnicki, who was the little boy in Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
How
he's
old is he now?
34.
Wow.
No, he's still 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
He's still
that's right.
5 years
It's
old.
true.
Forever.
Forever and ever.
He's not doing anything anymore.
He's
is
not
he?
acting?
I don't know.
Not that I've seen him in anything that
I think those child actors get burnt out,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How many child actors are still working right now
I mean,
as
there are
adults?
That are not
out
in
there.
therapy.
Yeah,
or-
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, everyone should be in therapy.
Well,
No, you're right.
But I mean, like, okay.
Yeah, I get that.
In
they
like
get-
a rehab and
Right.
Yeah.
In a rehabby kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to there are some, but not many.
Just a few. Drew Barrymore.
Why were you looking at me when you said everyone should
I
be in
know.
therapy? That's...
I kind of gazed.
Oh, did you?
I scanned. I scanned.
She knew Pam and I were already doing it.
Right. Exactly. They're on the boat.
Clearly,
Jay.
we're on the bus.
She sees you in the waiting room. Gotcha. Little Jonathan was also in Stuart Little and Stuart Little too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So he is
That's right. I forgot.
34 today.
Wow.
Reggae rapper Orville Richard Burrell
Shaggy.
We all know him.
is
right?
56 today. Yeah, better known as Shaggy.
It wasn't me.
What's me?
Yes.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's the big hit. That one in Boombastic,
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
yeah.
Boombastic.
in Angel, in Oh Carolina.
These are all very specific era,
So-
aren't they?
Yes.
And I remember that era. That dates me a little
Shaggy is phenomenal. One of those guys where you just know exactly who it is when he's 3 words into the
Yeah.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
If you haven't seen do you ever watch the Tiny Desk series, the NPR Tiny Desk performances? Oh, it's really fun. They just fill a tiny room with a fantastic musical artist and they play live for like a
very
group
cool.
of like 30 people.
Oh, that's great.
It's wonderful. It's really cool. Sting and Shaggy did a Tiny Desk.
No.
Yes, and it's
Nice.
so good.
Love it.
It's so good. You have to watch it. It's so good.
Where
that
would we
out.
find it?
You could just Google Tiny Desk, Sting, and Shaggy, and it would
Okay.
pop right up.
How about comedian Carlos Mencia is 57 today. He had the Comedy Central show Mind of Mencia back in the day and also was famously accused of plagiarism and stealing jokes by one Joe Rogan who confronted him on stage in a
On
famous YouTube
stage?
video. Yeah. Speaking of hilarious individuals.
Yeah?
This one's an original hilarious individual. So Bob Odenkirk is 62 today.
Mr. Show.
Mr. Show,
Nice.
which I
That's
think,
the only place I really know him from, but you know him from other places.
yeah, he was on Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
He was Saul Goodman. Mister, you saw Breaking Bad.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And
Never have I ever.
Yeah, I need to. I've watched an episode here and there, but I need to sit and watch. I feel like it's when you have to start from the beginning and then just.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Binge.
really good. And then he was so good in that they made a spin-off series, Better Call Saul, where he was
that
the
I
title
saw.
character.
That I saw.
Yeah. It'll make so much more sense if you watch Breaking Bad.
That would be good. That'd be good. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm loving it. So let's just keep watching.
Director Bill Condon is 69 years old today. He directed some of the Twilight films, so we know who to blame for that.
That's the second Twilight director of the
Yes,
week.
we had Catherine Hardwicke yesterday who directed the original, and they were like, well, that didn't go as planned. Maybe we should get someone else.
Nobody liked it.
Those were terrible.
They were
Yes.
so bad. How did that even get through?
I didn't even watch a whole one, and I was like,
Yeah, you didn't have to.
They were horrific.
Yeah.
Keyboardist Greg Hawkes of the Cars is 72 years old today.
who's gonna drive you home? That guy?
That guy.
Tonight.
They were, they had some great tunes.
That's the only one I can think of.
Greg was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018 as a member of the Cars. Nice. Jeff Goldblum is 72 years old today.
Him in those pants in Jurassic Park. Tell
Not
you
what I was thinking, but
Nope.
okay.
Classic. Yep.
Do you want to expand on that? Or?
Listen, he's sitting there,
Did you see
shirt
that- see what
ripped
I did
open,
there?
leather pants. Come on.
You're going to love Dracula at the
Oh,
Public
yeah.
Theater.
I'm telling you what. Teenage me thought that was the greatest thing ever. And he's talking about chaos theory, and you're like,
Oh,
ooh,
yes.
tell me more, Jeff Goldblum.
I thought
want
he was
to
a good
know.
actor, but
He
Sarah's
is a good actor.
Tell me more, Jeff Goldblum, as she turns the volume down.
I loved it.
So you're a fan.
I'm a fan, and I watched a really dumb movie that he made with Cyndi Lauper, too, I must have watched it 1,000 times as a kid. I can't even remember what it was called, but they were both psychics.
Oh.
It's really bad.
He was also in The Fly in 1986. That was a good one.
I know.
No.
Ugh.
It was gross, right?
Oh, so gross.
Yeah.
So gross. Can't do that one.
Yeah. Well, and then he had to redeem himself by wearing some leather pants
Yeah,
in Jurassic
well,
Park.
Yes.
And most recently, he's in some...
He had to bounce back.
Yeah.
Career
He had
resurgence.
a glow up.
Yes, he did.
Another one of my favorite movies he was in, Independence Day.
Oh,
Smart
that's
Scientist.
Right.
Yeah.
He's kind of scientist
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah, Smart Scientist.
he always
Yeah.
plays a smart
I
person.
may think that might be why I find him attractive, actually.
That's good.
He's
Yeah.
also really funny.
Yes.
Yeah, and tall. Going down the Jeff Goldblum rabbit hole.
Dark hairs.
I haven't met him, but my son has met him, and he told me that he
really?
smells good.
Oh,
He showers. That's good.
that's
smells
good to
good.
know.
Yeah.
It'd be extremely disappointing if he didn't.
Yeah, it's true. With all those other great qualities.
Right. If that was the news. Well, I mean, he's such a great guy, but wow, does he smell bad? You know, that doesn't
Oh, he just
No.
smells awful.
doesn't have the same ring.
He also does a travel show, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's just everything. All at once.
Nick might listen to this.
I hope not. I don't think he knows how big a crush I have on Jeff Goldblum.
Nick is not tall, nor does he have dark hair.
And you should
Save.
You should see him in leather pants.
In leather
My
pants.
God, that boy can fill out a pair of leather pants. I'll tell you.
He does have a good booty from all the skating.
And now
The
we're going to need a
best.
picture of him in leather pants.
When you say we, you mean this side of the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Social media needs a picture of him in leather pants.
Pam's significant other is also a skater, a hockey player,
Bubble
and
butt.
their butts are just like
Yep. The skating. Yeah. The definition.
skating.
Does it every time.
Mark, you don't know how to skate, do you?
No, and I have the butt to prove it.
We're not cutting all of this out, are we?
Oh no.
This is good.
Yeah. I think we're still doing FPBs, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
And rounding out
Oh, so good.
famous people birthdays for October the 22nd is the one and only Christopher Lloyd,
So good.
who is 86 years old today.
Another treasure.
Another treasure.
Yep.
How does he look in leather pants?
I
Sarah?
don't know.
Okay.
I do know how he looks in a lab coat, though. And it's
Okay.
fabulous.
It is
Yes.
fabulous.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Back to the Future in a really long time, but wouldn't it be fun to watch them now?
Yes. Yes.
When did they jump to the future to?
2015.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, their
That was
their
over 10 years
views on
ago.
2015 were so much better than reality.
And I want to say it just went by. Like it was like October 21st, 2015 or something.
Oh,
yeah. Like they
yeah.
jumped to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him as Jim Ignatowski.
I was gonna say
on
your
Taxi
favorite show, yeah.
back in the day.
I'm not a movie buff by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't realize all of these productions he did.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 75.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who
That's got to
Framed
be one of my
Loved that
favorites.
movie.
Yeah.
me too.
That was like the first where they did the cartoon and
The people.
and movie
Yes.
in one. I was so blown away by that. I'm like, this
That-
is so cool.
It's so different now, too, the way they do it. It's really impressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Adam's Family Values.
Oh, he was Uncle Fester.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good, he was good in that.
He's good in everything.
Wasn't he?
He's a
Yeah.
treasure.
Yeah.
He is a treasure.
Happy birthday, Christopher Lloyd. Those are your FPBs for October the 22nd. Looking for a tasty meal? We have over a dozen options. Banking services? Plenty to choose from. Holiday gift ideas? Yep, we have that too. These are just a few of the resources you'll find in the October issue of Uncle Andy's Digest, along with jokes, funny stories, shout-outs, an events calendar, advertiser directory, and a whole lot more. Uncle Andy's Digest, your guide to, well, just about anything. Pick up your free copy today and visit UncleAndys.com. Now we shift focus to our guest. In studio, the founder and CEO of Thoughtful Giving, Misty Edgecomb. Thanks for joining in on all our nonsense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Let's talk all about Thoughtful Giving.
Okay.
What is it? Where did it come from? What's happening?
Thoughtful Giving is a profile that you would fill out, and it would help people give gifts to you. So I explain it for kids because it's easy, but it can be absolutely used for adults and teenagers. So for kids, you would fill out their clothing size, shoe size, favorite color, activities they're interested in. You could put their favorite cartoon character, what TV shows they're watching. If it's a teenager, you could add what their favorite bands are, what music they like to listen to. We even had a mom who put in for her daughter that she likes delicate gold jewelry. And I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect.
Right.
You can absolutely think of a gift for that. So you'd fill out the whole profile. We do have a proper wish list, or you can import an existing wish list. So if you have a wish list at Sephora or at Amazon, you don't have to redo your wish list on Thoughtful Giving. You can import that wish list so it can just click and bring you to the existing wish lists.
That's cool.
You then share that link with everyone who gives in your life so they have the information while they're choosing gifts. Gift giving is all about having accurate information. And it's not so much about a registry. I've had so many people that say, oh, it sounds like a great registry. And registries are fine, registries are great, but they tell you what to buy, which is okay, but that's not how I give gifts. I like to have the information about someone, and I like to choose the gift to give them. And so I needed information about people, and my brain is not holding all of my friends' specific information. I can't even keep my husband's pant size in my head. I'm constantly messaging him. What was that again? And my daughter's shoe size. I don't know what my daughter's shoe size are.
How did this idea come to be?
So I needed this to exist, and it didn't. It started in a couple of different ways. It was my daughter's 4th birthday, and we had invited everybody in her 2 preschool classes because she kind of bounced between 2. She was that age. And we invited everyone, and because I didn't want anyone to feel left out, right? And in March, in Maine, there's not a whole lot else to do. And so everyone came. We had like 30-something 4-year-olds. And luckily, we didn't have it in our house. But they all came with 1 or 2 parents with them. So as I'm slicing like wedding cake, slivers of cake, panicking to make sure that we had enough of everything, out of the corner of my eye, I see this giant mountain of presents, which was amazing of people to give. But they tried. Everyone tries when they give gifts, right? They just didn't know what to get for her. So they got her things that they would assume a little girl would like. And she loved most of it. But at the end of the day, I still had to go out and buy winter tights and dress shoes for her. And I thought if we as parents knew how to give and what to give in the right sizes and the right colors, we could really help other parents out. If I could get winter tights and dress shoes for your child, knowing it's going to take something off your plates, they're going to be the right color, they're going to be the right fit, and then you're not going to have to go out and do that. And the kid is still going to be so excited to get them. I am happy to get that. And shopping with my then 4-year-old at the time in the store saying, okay, well, what does Joey want? You know, for his birthday, we're going to his, I can't pick out Joey out of a lineup.
Right.
And she's like, he wants this Princess Sophia doll. And I'm like, well, awesome. If Joey wants that Princess Sophia doll, I am happy to get it. But this is the same Princess Sophia doll that you have been asking for the last 3 weeks. Are you sure he wants that
Are you sure
doll?
that's what Joey wants?
Yes.
And not what you want?
Right. And on the day of the party, because that's when we're doing most birthday shopping, is the day of the party, I can't message a mom who's frantically trying to put together a birthday party and saying, hey, does Joey like Princess Sophia? Because she's going to be like, what is this insane mom asking me about Princess Sophia? But again, you need information to be able to choose a good gift.
100%.
So this is sort of the starting of where this kind of, so I didn't set out to create this. I set out to find it. So I started searching app stores and Google. I figured somebody has made this already. And I didn't really find anything that fit. And I spend a lot of time in a quiet room with nobody talking. I'm a massage therapist in my full-time job. And I just started creating it in my head. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to make this. And I have zero tech background, and I had no idea how to make that happen, which is why it took me a little time to get this to where it is. But I just started making it.
It's really cool because I feel like it's a perfect application for people that know the person that they're buying a gift for really well, but also for someone that is buying a gift for someone that they're not with or around a lot of the time. So it is for everyone. It's not just for one or the other.
Right.
Because especially with children, they change so much between sizes and what they enjoy and their favorite colors and what they're watching on TV. It's a constant flip. So it's great to keep up with it and know exactly when you're going out to buy a gift. So
And as they
love
get
this
older,
idea.
Thank you. Yeah. And as they get older and turn into teenagers, and then it really gets difficult.
Right.
That's what I was
And so for most people, they'll just they just want gift cards. They just want gift cards,
which
is
that.
sometimes true.
Yeah.
And I talked to so many parents, and I had a mom who said to me, we went to my family Christmas with my daughter, who was a teenager at the time, and she said, she was really thankful for everything she got, but on the way home, she just kind of commented like, I didn't even get to open one present. Because it was all just envelopes and gift cards.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a bummer. And it's so sad that because we don't know what to get, we just devolve to gift cards. It's like that's such a lazy way of kind of, you have something, but it's like the bare minimum.
Right. There's no thought put into it.
Yes, that's
And
not
that's
a
the whole
thoughtful
idea.
gift.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I see what you did there. I see
Did
what
you
you
like
did
that?
there.
Yes.
That was great.
Yes.
I remember, as my son was growing up, there were just certain things, especially clothing, that he wanted this like $60 sweatshirt. And I was like, dude, like you're going to lose it in 2 weeks.
Right. Or grow out of it in a month.
Jelly on it and never see it.
I literally
Yes.
embroidered his name on some clothing. So I was like, meh. But anyway, those things are the types of things that if people are going to buy a $50 gift card, why not just buy a $60 sweatshirt that they're going to like and they're going to enjoy and they're going to be excited to get.
Yes. And the mothers of teens will put on the clothing, because the clothing section is not just for a size. That's where you put specificities. This mom of a teen put her son likes Nike and Adidas clothing in black and navy blue. I'm like,
Perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
I was able to go out and get him something that he loved. She was thrilled she didn't have to pay for it. And everyone was happy.
Everyone's happy. I'm very impressed how you just rolled off your tongue specificity. I would not have been able to do that. Did anybody else think that when she said that? Or was it just me? Sorry.
Specificities is a good one.
I again digress, but it's okay. Very impressive.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Write that down. I'm going to practice it later.
Yes.
That's going to be the title of the podcast.
There we go. Specificity. That's perfect. That was good.
Misty, can you take us through the process of setting up an account at
Yes.
Thoughtful Giving?
So you'd go right onto our website, click into, create a username and password, and then you'll either be able to just fill out one free profile. So we do allow one free profile. So if you only need one, it won't cost you a thing. Then we do have subscription models. So we work with an annual price point. So it's $19.99 a year for up to 5 profiles, $29.99 a year for unlimited profiles if you have a really big or extended family you want to just manage from one account. And it will bring you to the billing section. And that's done by Stripe. So I do a lot of social media, and on one of my TikTok lives, someone was like, well, I'm not giving you my credit card number. Like, good try. We don't take your credit card numbers. We go through Stripe. They take your credit card numbers. They're a big, giant company, and we make sure that is all completely secure. So nobody has to worry about our small startup, writing down credit. We don't do that. So once you have your
Picturing someone in the back room like,
exactly. No, we do not.
how it
No,
works.
absolutely not. And then once you have it, it brings you kind of to your profiles page, and then you just start creating profiles. Right now, you just create a blank profile. We give you a blank profile and you fill it out. But our new update should be going in any minute now, which is really exciting, and it changes the onboarding. So instead of just getting a blank profile to fill out, it's a series of questions. So you can choose an adult profile or a child profile, and then it will bring you through a series of questions. It's building your profile as you're answering the questions. And at the end, AI can write your bio for you if you want. So you don't even have to write your bio anymore. AI will do that, which is so exciting.
That's kinda neat.
But give lots of information. So we did so much testing, and in the testing, I just put clothing stuff. And so the bio was all about the clothing sizes. Well, so-and-so really likes this size 8 pants. Like, it was just very close. So you've got to give AI the information to write the bio with. But we had a mom who put in her bio, I am a mom. And that was it.
Oh.
And I'm like, but that tells me that you are a busy mom that does not have the time to sit down and think about a bio for yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So with AI doing it, you can and once it's created, everything is editable. So if AI is like, well, you were an astronaut, and you're like, okay, was that an AI hiccup? Like, AI has some weird hiccups sometimes. So you can go in and be like, okay, it wasn't it. To delete that part and just make it a little bit more about yourself. But
But what if you wanted to be an astronaut?
you could roll with that.
Okay.
If you wanted.
I want to be an astronaut. That'd be neat.
Yes. And then once you have your profile created, you can just hit the little link that says share settings, and it gives you a code. You can text that to anyone, or there's a QR code. So if you're using for birthday party invitations, you can print it on a birthday invitation or a digital invitation, and then parents can scan that.
Wow.
Impressive.
This is amazing.
Right?
It's going to make gift giving for the holidays so much easier.
That's what we're hoping. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping. It's a lot of thought.
And not just, we're talking about the gift giving, how easy it would be to shop for someone, but honestly, the gift receiving.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, not for me, I'm
Yes.
talking about for your kids. When people
Yeah.
are buying things that
Yes.
you actually don't have to buy later on, you're like, oh my
Right.
God.
Or stuff that doesn't so my son is he's 20, and there have been people who've come and gone from our life, as he has grown up, that don't really know him well, but do feel compelled to
Right.
give him a gift. I will sometimes clean his room for him because he's away at college, and I'll be like, I should just probably go in and see what's going. How did he leave it? I found a bag of Christmas presents in June that were unopened. Like they had opened the gift, put them back into the gift bag, and they were sitting in the corner of his room.
Yep.
Things that he didn't care about, things he didn't want or need. And it was kind of sad because that person that gave him those gifts had no idea that he wouldn't want them, and that they were just sitting there unused.
Yeah.
And they spent money on them, and they thought, oh, he liked these things, but he didn't. He didn't really care about having
Nobody
them.
wants to give a bad gift, right?
Yeah.
Nobody goes into a store to try to get a gift thinking, oh my God, they are going to hate this. Is going to
Yeah.
sit in their closet.
They're not going to look at this for
Forever.
months.
Use
Right. Everyone wants to give a really good gift. This gives us the ability to actually do that.
Right.
I think our closets can get full of stuff, and our landfills are getting full of stuff. And I think that collectively, as humanity, if we were just giving a little more thoughtfully,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have so much stuff.
Those were great gifts for someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who wants sea monkeys? I have a package of unopened sea monkeys.
Alex,
Somebody might.
I'll bring
And
them
if
in.
you have everyone's thoughtful giving profile in your life, you might see that there's some kid looking for sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys. Yeah. I'm going to use this because we also have a blended family. So I have my 20-year-old son, his wonderful girlfriend who I adore, and then Nick's 2 kids who are 13 and 16. Really tough ages to shop for. We're talking
Yes.
13, 16, 20, and 21.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
tough.
Yeah.
And I want to
It
make sure
is.
that I give them gifts that they're actually going to put to use and like.
That they're gonna like and be excited to get.
Yeah.
Because that's the other great part about giving a gift is when somebody is really excited about the gift that you gave. That's a good feeling.
speaking on Sarah's situation, would you recommend her sending all these people a link to create their own free profile? Or would you I'm just trying to figure out the easiest way for her to gather all
Yeah,
that
to make all that
information.
So
information
what
be
we've
in one
best kind of adjust by all of our testing is that if you're in one household, if you're living in one household, You can manage one thoughtful giving profile pretty easy. You could give the password out to people, but as far as sharing the profiles, it's easier to share to a different person than it is like within. Does that make sense? Although you could just create the profiles and then I'll log in and do it. So really, it's kind of how you would like to do that. But it's $1.66 a month for up to 5 profiles. So it's so inexpensive that they could create their, like if they're in a different home, they probably would want their own subscription.
We share, so we have shared. So the kids live with us half the time.
Oh yeah. Then you would just do it all in one.
Yeah.
That would be fine. And we do a subscription model because we are not selling people's personal information. That was also really important to me. Having kids, I didn't want because at the end of the day, apps need to make money, right? There needs to be some sort of monetization so that they can run because they are not cheap to create. So there needs to be some way for them to sustain themselves. And so we went with this subscription model so that we weren't selling people's personal information.
Right, because you don't want people knowing your kid's shoe size or what they like, because that could absolutely be
inappropriate. Yeah.
be
We
used.
felt that was very inappropriate. So.
So thoughtful. Thank you. You are.
I see what you did there.
So thoughtful.
That's good.
And then we have a brand new feature that's out, which is our groups feature, which is really good if you have a lot of family members that are doing, you could put all of those profiles in one group, or if specifically you're an office for Secret Santa, you could put all of the profiles in one group. And so everyone viewing that group has access to the profiles. And that's been a good one too. So that was a really good, feature that started for this year, so that you can know if Susan over at the desk that you have for Secret Santa has celiac disease, you're not going to bring her a blueberry muffin.
Or allergy to nuts.
Yes.
I'm going to get them chocolates,
nut allergies.
No nuts.
It all depends how you feel about Susan.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that.
Bitch Susan.
That's right. But you need that information.
Yes, you do.
To know either way. Either way.
Oh, man.
Oh, our Christmas party should be fun, Mark.
I'm just thinking about the people in my office and being like, yeah.
Misty, anything else about thoughtful giving that you would like our listeners to know?
Yeah, so this is just where we start with thoughtful giving. Honestly, this is where we kind of get our traction, become sustainable, so that it's not such an expensive hobby for me. Would be amazing. But we have places that we're going to go in the future. As we grow, we are going to have a digital giving tree. Ooh. So think of like an angel tree that you would see in a location, but having that online and just giving people the ability to, instead of taking off one of those little stressful cards that you then could potentially lose and ruin someone's entire Christmas, it's just all online. Does anybody else have the anxiety? Like you take that little card and you're like,
I take the little card and I immediately go into a store.
No, because I immediately
this is a really stressful thing in my hand.
I don't even leave the mall with it.
That's
I'm
smart.
Like, nope, not going anywhere
because
with
of that stress of
Yes.
So having it all online, you could purchase everything online and have it shipped to whatever organization. So we're going to go there. We're going to be reinventing our profile for nonprofits and charities, so that a nonprofit or charity could create a profile, and maybe they need specific things. They could be able to take money directly through the app, but they might also just need volunteer hours. Like, if an organization needed 4 hours of electrical work and you happen to be an electrician looking at it and you're like, I could donate 4 hours of my time. I love that charity.
Yeah.
I feel like giving can be more than just things. It can be time. And so eventually we will be heading in that direction. But this is where we start. We start with people and families and connecting.
I love it.
Thank you.
Stuff.
So smart.
And people can go where to learn more?
Thoughtfulgiving.org. They can go on our website. We are on all of the social media channels, Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, all at Thoughtful Giving, LinkedIn.
And one final question for you. What was your reaction when you found out you were going to be featured in LA Metro Magazine?
I was so ridiculously honored. I was so happy and thankful because marketing in very small business is really hard and expensive. We can't do it. And having this is just amazing. It I don't want to say it legitimizes us, but it gives us something to look for, especially on social media, where they're like, how you look for that blue check mark and you have to have articles written about you and your business to be able to even be considered for that. And so to have something like this that I can show people and share with people, it's just amazing.
Awesome.
It was such an honor.
It was a perfect fit to what I wanted the magazine to be. It was a magazine focused on the holidays and making gift giving and hosting parties and just the holiday season easier and giving people ideas. And so it was a perfect fit.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we have a surprise for you.
The Exchange Club of Auburn extends a formal invitation to all veterans for a complimentary luncheon at the Green Ladle in recognition of your steadfast dedication and commitment to our nation. The event is Friday, November 8th at the Green Ladle on the campus of Lewiston High School. For more information, call John Reed at 777-3579.
We actually had to move our Tasting Tails, our Roopers Beverage and Redemption Tasting Tails, to Tuesday because of scheduling conflicts. So, if you don't mind, we would like you to sample
I'd be happy
a
to.
Cab Sav.
Cab Sav. Is that what they call it in the biz? Pam? What do they call it in the biz,
It is absolutely not what they call it in the biz.
It is
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I feel like Pam knows the biz.
Actually, a cab during these months is my go-to wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I like a good cab.
It's a nice blend.
I haven't tried this specific one yet. This one is the limited edition Grateful Dead Gnarly Head Cab Sav.
I got her.
You made her
I got it. I got the sound bite.
You made her do
She
it.
said it.
Cab Sav.
I'm very excited for this one because
And this is only available at Roopers.
yes,
You can't order it in a restaurant.
I looked to see if it was available in any local restaurants, and it is not. So go to Roopers and grab your bottle.
Oh, it sounds so nice.
It does.
Thank you. I'm going to sniff it.
It is.
Swirl it.
Pam, what's the proper way to drink this?
Yeah, you got to swirl it.
Okay.
Right.
Do you know what that does when you swirl it?
I do not.
You're aerating it.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I got a piece of cork in mine.
Because we don't have a fancy aerator.
We do not. Not here.
You can pour. So Mark's looking confused. You can pour your
That's
bottle.
my normal state.
There's this thing you can buy that sits on a little stand, and you pour your wine through it, and it aerates the wine for you as you pour it into the glass.
Okay.
It does bring on a different flavor.
Yes.
When you air out
It
your
does
wine.
make a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
And red wine, if I'm not mistaken, should be served at room temperature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
In depending on what your room temperature is too.
Okay.
Like
Good
your
call, yeah.
if you have a
Right, or
75 degree room, you don't want your wine to
little
be
bit.
at that temperature.
Where is this out of? California?
Yes.
Is there a story on the back, Sarah?
Okay.
Can you share that?
Sure. When the Grateful Dead took the stage, the music had a life of its own, creative and freewheeling. The limitless energy can be found in our twisted, gnarly head vines. Never pretty or proper, but bold in their flavors. Two icons that have always preferred to do things their own way. Come together for our limited edition Grateful Dead bottles. Our Gnarly Head Cabernet Sauvignon is explosively powerful with layers of black cherries and violet and a hint of spicy clove and bold tannins. Then you have a dark, jammy red that's ready to pair with over 50 years of classic music. So do we have some Grateful Dead we can listen to as we drink some Gnarly Head?
Well, if we all want to pool our money and pay for an
Yeah.
ASCAP fee, we certainly could.
Nothing in
I hear you there. I hear you.
Nothing in the domain, eh?
We're talking Grateful Dead, so no.
Well, cheers,
All right,
everyone.
Cheers.
Oh, the cherry is strong there.
This is nice.
I love jammy. I like jammy caps. So this is definitely right up
Oh,
my
this is
alley
very
for sure.
good.
That is so good.
You could roll with that, Mark.
I could.
Mark's
Yeah.
like online ordering it right now.
I think I've drank
gosh.
red wine
I'm gonna have
once
to
in
take
my
a
life.
picture of the-
and
Really?
didn't like it. And this,
Wow.
I could hang with this.
This
Yeah,
is delicious.
This is very good.
So now I've got to stop at Roopers for like 8 things. Guys,
Sarah, you signed up for this.
Roopers, what are you doing to me?
You complained that you weren't here for like the first 2 or 3, and
I
now
know.
You're like,
I never want to miss them ever
she's like,
again.
all right.
I never want to miss them ever again. It's so cute because it has the little dancing skeletons from the Grateful
does.
Dead.
That's adorable.
albums. Yeah, it's cute.
That's adorable.
Gnarly Head does a really good job with their labels.
It's delicious. Yeah, it's a really
Yes.
fun label. Yep,
is.
very, very good.
Mark's like, let me try this again.
Maybe
I'm not
I
really
should.
sure.
Guys, what time does Roopers open?
They might be open
It's
now.
got to be soon.
I mean, soon, right? I have a chiropractic appointment, but then I feel like
Well, you'll be loosened up.
And yes.
I feel like I could stop by.
Yeah, Roopers has a lot of great stuff.
They have a good selection.
They do.
They have it all.
My
Yeah.
chiropractor's out on Sabatis Street. So
There's a Roopers on
Roopers
Sabatis.
right
There
next
seems to be the Roopers around here are like Dunkin' Donuts. You'll find one.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes.
have to go far.
No, you don't.
You'll find a Roopers, which is a good thing, not a
Yeah,
bad thing.
absolutely.
No, it
Not
is
in a
good
bad
thing.
way.
Whether you need to return your bottles or pick
Oh,
up a
it's
bottle.
true. Yeah.
That is a good point.
Hey, that could be a
Yes.
tagline for
That
them.
could be a tagline.
Did we get your take on this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. I
love
think
it?
it's very good.
Are you a
Yes.
wine drinker?
I do. I am a red wine drinker, and I like that this is nice and smooth. Sometimes cabs can have a smidge of a bite to them.
Yes.
That I'm like,
Like almost peppery.
yes. And this one does not. I like it's just very, yeah.
I don't
really
mind
like
if it
this
has
one.
a peppery initial bite, but if it finishes with
Yes,
a peppery
no.
bite,
Where
it's
then
in the back of your throat.
Yes,
I don't
agreed.
like
that.
Yeah, no, this
I like
one
the
is-
jammy finish. and
Yes,
this does
it
have
is a jammy finish. It's very good. I like this a lot.
This is pretty good.
100% recommendation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we did a
Yes.
pumpkin liqueur a couple weeks ago.
Still gonna make those tipsy balls.
Tipsy balls.
That was the one.
That was the tipsy balls.
That was the Sarah got hung up on tipsy
We
balls.
looked up recipes of
Yeah.
what you could make with this pumpkin
Oh,
liqueur.
fun.
Yeah.
And one of them was tipsy balls.
Tipsy
and we
balls.
just
I could go.
And
for
then you
some
can
tipsy
imagine
balls.
what happened after that.
It was.
I can.
It wasn't just me. It's not just me.
I was not alone.
I was there too.
I think
It
it
was in
was.
a vacuum. Pam was here.
She was here pulling the bottle away from you.
Give it back, Sarah.
You don't need another drink.
But tipsy we put it in our coffee, and then we had a little tumbler as well.
See, that's
Yes.
a good place
That
to
was
put
me.
And
that.
then they started drinking it out of the bottle.
That
which
might
is
be-
a whole-
Wow.
Yeah.
That we did not. But the coffee might have been where things went sideways.
It was really good because in the coffee, it wasn't like a sweet creamer. It
wasn't too
It just
sweet.
added a little
Nice.
pumpkin flavor without a lot of
see, that's
sweetness. And
perfect.
it was perfect.
It was really good.
nice.
We both enjoyed it.
So this is what we do. It's a tough gig.
It seems it.
know.
But-
Wow.
Mark
No.
hates his
You hate
job.
it, right?
We get by
This was rough. This was
one day at a time.
right. When can I come back? Is there?
Anybody that comes on a tasting
Maybe like a
Tales, they're
recurring?
like, so,
Yeah.
when are you doing this again?
When's that happening
Yes.
again?
Do I just show up and wave?
Just stand out here.
Yes, with an empty cup.
Just nodding.
Have our own mug club.
Yes, there we go. Yes, with the little Lydia Media logo on it.
We need a mug. We should all get mugs.
That's a
That is
great
a great
idea.
I'll talk
We can
to,
get our names on
what is
each
it,
one.
Moonstone?
Yeah, we'll get our names on them, and then we'll just have one that says guest.
Oh yes, excellent.
Everybody can have one. How fun!
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
Thanks.
Well, this was our thoughtful gift to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a great way to start my Tuesday.
I know,
It
right?
feels like a Friday. Yes.
See, your week just got shorter.
No, I was gonna say her week just got much longer.
My
You're
week is
feeling
better.
Like it's Friday
Well.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's been a long week already, but that's
same.
okay.
It's okay.
That's okay.
You just roll with it.
Thank you to Roopers Beverage and Redemption.
Yes.
Not only for sponsoring our podcast, but Tasting Tails as well, and Grateful Dead limited edition Gnarly Head Cab Sav
Cape Sav.
is a 100% recommendation. 4 for 4 in this room. Thanks to our sponsors, Roopers Beverage and Redemption and UPI Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And if you would like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow, probably.
Mark, you don't know how to skate, do you?
No. And I have the butt to prove it.